Hari Om, welcome you all to yet another session of OLA Open Learning for All Sanskrita Sahitya Rasaswada series, and we will start reading rather Abhijnana Shakuntalam, the immortal composition of Kavi Kulaguru Kalidasa. So let me start with a brief, Saraswati Vandana, maybe today, not Sahana Vavatu. सुरासुर सेवित पाद पंकज करे विराजत कमनीय पुस्तक विरिंचि पत्नी कमलासन स्थिता सरस्वती नृत्यतु वाचि मे सदा. May that Saraswati bless us all. So first let us start with what is Abhijnana Shakuntalam. The first slide. There are a few slides today. I think the slides are already shared with you all. So Abhijnana Shakuntalam, what is this, at many matrikas, the manuscripts, we have Atha Abhijnana Shakuntalam. So that Atha, that is a Mangalya Suchaka Shabda. It is said, that Atha and Onkara, these are the two words. Brahmanaha Kantham Bhitva Vinirgatau Pura. Tasman Mangalikau Ubhau. Onkaraschath Shabdascha. Onkara and Atha, these are the two words which are the first ever utterances from the Creator Brahma, and because they are the very first utterances, they are said to be very, very auspicious. Tasmat Mangalikau Ubhau. Of course, this Atha may not have been written by Kalidasa. It may have been written by some scribe, right? But whatever manuscripts the people have gathered for editing the volumes, editing the text, they invariably bear Atha. And therefore, I discuss that. All the Shastra, etc., they start with Atha. In fact, it is said in Tarka Sangraha, perhaps by Annam Bhatta, Samaptikamaha Mangalam Acharet, right? Something like that. Samaptikamaha Mangalam Acharet. One who wants to go to the end of what he has aimed or aspired to teach of that Shastra, he should always start with a Mangala. And therefore, this is Mangalya Suchaka. Even the Brahma Jidnyasa starts with Atha. What to talk of other things? Athato Brahma Jidnyasa, Athato Dharma Jidnyasa, Atha Yoga Anushasanam, right? Every Shastra starts with Atha. Not much on Atha. So, what is Abhijnana Shakuntalam? Abhijnana is Abhi plus Jna. Abhi is the root and Jna is the verb. Abhijnayate anena iti Abhijnanam. So, something, anena, by this, abhijnayate, one can recognize or apprehend or perceive, know. That thing is called abhijnana. It may be a token, a sign of recognition. We normally say recognition. I am deliberately pronouncing it as recognition. It's not that you don't know a thing, you know it again, recognize, right? So when you see something, all the memories flash back, on you. That is recognition, recognition. That is abhijnana. Maybe a ring, or in the Swapnavasavarattam it is Jati Kusuma Vasitam Pravarakam, a shawl which is very scented with the freshly bloomed jasmine flowers, right? So, Jati Kusuma Vasita Pravaraka. Charudatta, a trader, he also remembers Vasanta Sena's Pravaraka. Here, of course, this is a ring. Now, Abhijnana is Abhijnayate anena iti. What is Shakuntala? Shakuntale Shakuntalam adhikritya kritam natakam. And therefore, tam adhikritya kritam natakam, it is Shakuntala. And Abhijnana and Shakuntala, these two words now, Abhijnana Pradhanam Shakuntalam. This is a Madhyama Padalopi Samasa. This is a Samasa, compound word, in which the one word is missing, Pradhana. Okay, we have to supplement that. So, Abhijnana Pradhanam Shakuntalam iti Abhijnana Shakuntalam. And who is Shakuntala? Shakuntaihi Nama Pakshibhihi Khagaihi Vihagaihi Lata Rakshita Vardhita iti Shakuntala. Okay, so this is the explanation of the title. I am not going into the depth of the grammar. There are so many grammatical sutras involved in arriving at such forms like Shakuntala and all, but I am not going into that because this is purely Rasaswada. I don't say that grammar is not for Aswada. Grammar also could be Aswadya, but compared to the theories of literary criticism, grammar is taking a back bench, at least for me. Okay, so Shakuntaihi Vihagaihi Lata Rakshita Vardhita iti Shakuntala. Okay, now with this we go forward now, and just now I mentioned that 2 days back we celebrated Mahashivaratri, and here is a small 30-second video without any sound. Just see that video. Are you playing that? Yeah. So this is Lord Shiva. This was shared by the global head, Pujya Swami Swarupanandji, and I took his permission to show it to you all. This is Lord Shiva, the stillness, that blue fire, that purity of Ganga, the water, that love and that large-heartedness of Shiva. That is the presence of Shiva everywhere around us in so many different forms. And why I am showing you this, not just because we celebrated Shivaratri, but because Kalidasa is praising the same Shiva who is present all around us and who is there to remove all the negativities from us. He is there to protect us all. Okay, so how he praised his Lord Shiva, let us see with the few verses which we are going to see hereafter. So basically, when Shiva is praised by Kalidasa, he praises him in the 8 forms: Ashtabhihi, Pratyakshabhihi, Tanubhihi, Ishaha, Vaha, Avatu. That is the Nandi Shloka of Shakuntala. Now for these 8 forms, these are the 8 forms which are praised all over in many Puranas and many of Kalidasa's works also. So the 8 forms have got 8 different names as well, and Bhavishya Purana gives those names. For example, what are the 8 forms? Basically, they are the 5 gross elements: Prithvi, Ap, Tej, Vayu, Akasha, then Chandra, Surya, and Yajamana or Dikshita, the Swayam Atma or Somayaji, the Yajamana. Okay, so these are the 8 forms. Now, Kshitimurtaye Namaha, and the name is Sharvaya. Sharva from Shru, Dirgha Shrikara, that is, one who destroys all our bandhanas. He is called Sharva. Sharvaya Kshitimurtaye Namaha, Bhavaya Jalamurtaye Namaha. The names are also very significantly used. Jalamurti, he is of the form of water, and Bhava is, something which is becoming. It is different from the root Asa. Asa is to be, to exist, whereas Bhava is to become. And Jala is the first thing, Apaeva Sasarjadau, and therefore from Jala the Bhautika Srishti takes place, and therefore it is Bhavaya Jalamurtaye Namaha. Rudraya Agnimurtaye Namaha. Agni is Samharaka. He burns. That is his Sthayi Bhava, burning, and creating heat. That is the very innate nature of fire. And he is Rudra Bhayankara. Roditi Asi Asau Rudraha, and Rodayati Anyan Ityapi Rudraha. He makes others cry, lament, Rudraya Agnimurtaye. Ugraya Vayumurtaye. He is Ugra as a Vayu. Vayu, the gentle breeze, is always welcome. But when it's like Tufan, cyclone, then stormy winds, it is very Ugra. Ugraya Vayumurtaye. Bhimaya Akashamurtaye Namaha. Akasha, because it is unfathomable, it is anavadhika, boundless. Therefore, it is Bhayankara. Bhima is Bhayankara because you cannot grasp it. And therefore, it is Bhimaya Akashamurtaye Namaha. Pashupataye Yajamana Murtaye Namaha. Yajamana, Shanno Dvipade, Sham Chatushpade, etc. Yajamana is supposedly having the cattle, etc. in his household. Therefore, Pashupataye Namaha. Mahadevaya Somamurtaye Namaha. He is Mahadeva, Devon ke Dev, Mahadev, So he is the great God and great pleasing God. He is Ashutosha, Priyadarshanaha, and therefore Soma as Chandra, okay? Priyadarshanaha, Chandraha, Chandayati, Alhadayati, iti tadrishaha. Ishanaya Suryamurtaye Namaha. Isha is to rule. Isha, Ishte. He rules, and Surya, he rules the entire universe. He creates the Ahoratri and everything, and therefore Ishanaya Suryamurtaye Namaha. Now, these 8 forms are coming in so many Puranas also. Vishnu Purana, Vayu Purana I have quoted here. Suryo Jalam Mahi Vayuhu Vanhihi Akashamevacha Dikshito Brahmanas Somaha Ityetaha Tanavah Kramat. We have seen that. Here it is said Dikshitaha Brahmanaha. Okay. Then in the Vayu Purana it is said Bhumirapo Nalo Vayuhu Atma, our own self. Atma, and then Ravi Shashi Ityashtau Pratyakshahara Murtayaha. Another Purana Prithvi Salilam Tejo, and it is giving Surya Chandramasau Somayaji cha. So the different names for Yajamana, it is Atma or Dikshita Brahmana, Yajamana, Somayaji, like that. And how Kalidasa is, infatuated by these 8-fold forms of Hara. He has used it various times in all his works. Raghuvamsha, for example, in the second Sarga, this Simhadilipa Samvada, that Simhadilipa Samvada, there the Simha, he is literally a Gana of Shiva called Kumbhodara, and when he says, he reveals his identity, he says, Avehi Mam, know me to be Kinkaram. Kinkara? Sevaka. Why, a servant is called Kinkara? Kim karomi, kim karomi, kim karomi iti pritchati asau iti Kinkaraha. I wish we all had such sevakas at our disposal, who ask us, oh, what should I do now next? I have already done this thing, which you have allotted to me. The assigned work I have completed. What next I should do? What next I should do? So one who keeps on asking, King Karomi is called Kinkara. So no name in Sanskrit is just, arbitrarily used. King Karomi. So Avehi Maham Kinkaram Ashtamurtehe, and my name is Kumbhodara. So Ashtamurti. Then in Raghuvamsha again, for Dileepa, when he is performing some yajna, he is called as Trilochanai Kansha, Trilochana Ekansha. He is one part of the 8, 1/8 part of Trilochana. Then in Kumara Sambhava again, Tatragnimadhaya Samitsamiddham Swayameva Murtyantaramashtamurtihi Swayam Vidhata Tapasah Phalanam Kenapi Kamena Tapaschachara. Shiva himself practicing penance, Tapaschachara, with Swayameva Ashtamurtihi Sannapi Kenapi Kamena, with some desire in his mind, Murtyantaram, Agnim Adhaya Samit Samiddham, and Murtyantaram, He created another murti for himself to concentrate upon, and he practiced penance. This is in Kumara Sambhava after Sati's death and all that. Then again in Kumara Sambhava, Nanu Murti bhi ashtabhi ittham bhutosmi suchitaha. So many ashtamurtis are there. Now we go to the Nandi verses of all the three dramas of Kalidasa. Before coming to the Shakuntala Nandi, of course we have done Malavika Agnimitram, I won't explain it much here, but all the three plays of Kalidasa, surprisingly, they eulogize Shiva. And all have Shiva, and this Malavika Agnimitram has Ashtabhihi Tanubhihi Bibrataha. Ekaishwarye sthitopi pranata bahufale yasvayam krittivasaha. He is, Ishte, and therefore is Aishwaryashali. Yet he himself is clad in the Gaja Charma. Okay? Krittivasaha, Kritti Charma, the skin of an animal. Kanta sammishra dehaha api avishaya manasam yatinam yaha parastad. He is Ardhanari Nateshwara, himself having given half of his body to his Shakti. So he is so attached to her, embodied in the same body, both of them, yet he is Yatinam Avishaya Manasam Parastad. Yatis also, the yogis also, who are not at all attached to any outward things or worldly matters, for them also he becomes inaccessible. That this is a contradiction. He himself has a female body in his own sharira, and yet he is above all that. Ashtabhiryasya kritsnam jagadapi tanubhir bibrato nabhimanaha. He doesn't have a least of even an iota of abhimana, garva, pride, that he is holding the entire universe. Kritsnam jagad bibrataha na abhimanaha. Sanmarga alokanaya vyapanayatu savaha tamasim vrittimishaha. May he remove all your tamasi vritti, the negativities, the bad thoughts, for what? Sanmarga alokanaya. Okay, so because tamas is the thing which obstructs the moksha, and therefore once the negativities are removed, then the ground is ready and then you can attain liberation. Okay, and the next verse is from Vikramorvashiya, the Nandi of Vikramorvashiya. Vedanteshu yamahureka purusham vyapya sthitam rodasi yasmin ishvara ityananya vishayaha shabdo yatharthaksharaha antaryascha mumukshubhir niyamita pranadibhir mrigyate sasthanuhu sthira bhakti yoga sulabhaha nishreyasaya astu vaha. Sahasthanu vaha nishreyasaya astu. Let that sthanu, that sthira, sthanu is in vrukshaiva stabdhaha divitisthati ekaha iti sthanuhu, says Shvetashvatara Upanishad. So one who is stable, like what? Like a tree which doesn't move. So he gives you that stability, and he will take care that you are stable and you are stationed in him and you have unflinching devotion towards him. Sthira bhakti yoga, and sthira bhaktyaha yaha yogaha tena sulabhaha. So bhaktyaika gamyaha saha sthanuhu vaha nishreyasaya astu. And how is he? Vyapya sthitam rodasi. He is all pervasive Brahman, who is called to be one, that Eka Purusha, that Brahman, and in whom, the word Ishvara, normally Maheshwara, Parameshwara, Lokeshwara, all these Ishvara, the word is used invariably for Shiva rather than for other deities. So, Yasmin Ishvaraha iti Shabdaha Yatharthaksharaha. Isha Ishte, to rule. And therefore, he alone deserves that title Ishvara because he rules the universe. Antaryascha mumukshubhihi niyamita pranadibhihi mrugyate. He is the one who is sought after by pranayama, by the yogis, by the mumukshus, the seekers. So he can be attained, obtained, acquired only by dhyana, only by contemplation. So first gives you the Parabrahma level, and then how he is Ishvara, how he is Dhyanaika Gamya, and the last line gives you Bhaktiyaika Gamyatva. Okay, so these are the Nandis of Malavikagnimithram and Vikramoorvashiyam, and now we will go to the Nandi of Shakuntala. Nandanti devataha asyam iti nandihi. Iti Nandi. Nandi is that technical word which is a Mangala shloka where the gods also revel. And this is of three types. Nandi could be Ashirvachanatmaka, some blessings are sought for everybody. Namaskriya, only the salutations are done, and sometimes Vastu Nirdesha. Sometimes the Vastu, the plot of the composition is suggested. Not suggested, it is directly expressed. For example, Kaschit Kanta Viraha Guruna Swadhikarat Pramattaha Meghaduta directly starts with the topic. There is some yaksha, and then Ramagirya Shrameshu Vasatin Chakra, etc. So it directly starts with the main plot. Kumara Sambhava's first verse, again Vastu Nirdesha, Astitarasyam Dishi Devatatma Himalayo Nama Nagadhiraja, right? So it starts directly with the Vastu. Raghuvansha, Vagartha Viva Sampraktau Vagartha Pratipattaye Jagatah Pitarau Vande Parvati Parameshwarau Vande. This is only Namaskriya. There is no Ashihi sought for anybody, but all the three Nandi shlokas of the dramas, they are seeking his benediction. Okay, Ashihi. So there also we saw Malavikagnimithram Sanmarga Lokanaya Vyapanayatu Vaha Tamasim Vrittimishaha. And here also Sahasthanuhu Nishreyasaya Astu Vaha in Vikramoorvashiya. Let us see what is there in Shakuntala. This is Sraddhara meter. Ya srishtisrashturadya vahati vidhihutam ya havirya chahotri ye dve kalam vidhatta shriti vishaya gunaya sthita vyapya vishvam ya mahus sarva bija prakritiriti yaya praninah pranavantaha Pratyakshabhih prapannastanubhiravatu vaha tabhirashtabhirishaha. Ishaha vaha avatu. Find the predicate, the subject and the predicate first. Ishaha avatu. That is the main sentence. Avatu is a lot lakara, imperative, right? Third person singular, prathama purusha ekavachana in Sanskrit. Not the first person singular for English, it is third person. So, Ishaha Vaha Avatu. Let him protect you. Let that God, Lord, Overlord, protect you. How is this Lord? Prapannaha. We'll see Prapannaha little later, okay? Because there are 2-3 meanings. So, Prapannaha. So, this is an adjective of Ishaha, okay? We'll see it at a later stage. With what he should protect you? For protecting, suppose a king protects all his subjects, his people. He has Raja Danda with him, right? He has something, an instrumental. So you look for instrumental there. Tritiya. Ashtabhihi tanubhihi pratyakshabhihi. So tanubhihi avatu. With his forms, with his bodies. How many of them? Ashtabhihi. How are they? Pratyakshabhihi. With his 8 perceptible seen forms, let that overlord protect you all. You all means me also. I am also included in that. Okay, I mean Kalidasa doesn't exclude himself. Vaha, Yushman Vaha, right? It's a Vaikalpika Roop of Yushmad. So Yushman Vaha, that will include you all means I am also there, one among you. Okay, Pratyakshabhihi Tanubhihi Ashtabhihi Sa Ishaha Vaha Avatu. Now, what are these 8 forms? For that, there are the first 3 charanas are given for these 8 forms. The first is Ya Srishtihi Srashturadya, comma, you put a comma there, that is number 1. Vahati Vidhihutam Ya, that is number 2. Ya Havihi, Vahati Vidhihutam Ya Havihi is number 2. Yacha Hotri is number 3. Ye Dve Kalam Vibhattaha, so 4 and 5. Shruti Vishaya Gunaya Sthita Vyapya Vishwam is 6. Ya Mahuhu Sarva Bija Prakritiriti iti 7. And Yaya Pranina Pranavantaha is 8. Okay, so these are the 8 forms. Now what are these? Ya Srishtihi Srashturadya. Can we go to the next slide? Srishtihi Srashturadya, that is, this refers to Shakuntala in a way, because a good poet, a very master poet, he doesn't just praise his Ishtadevata in the Nandi, he also suggests the patras of his drama, of his composition through the very first verse. Now, Ya Srishtihi Srashturadya, Srashtuhu Adyaya Srishtihi. So, what is the Adya Srishtihi of the creator? Here it is taken to be water. Why? Apaeva sasarjadav tasu viryam apasrujat. That is what is given in the Mahabharata. There are some debates on this. For example, Taittiriya Upanishad gives you Etasmadva Atmanaha Akashas Sambhutaha Akashat Vayuhu Vayoho Agnihi Agnehe Apaha Adbhyaha Prithvi Prithivyaha Oshadhayaha Oshadibhyaha Annam Annat Purushaha. So that is one order. Okay. Then why here in Kalidasa, in this verse, doesn't he know about that? How can he give water as the first thing? Apaeva sasarjadav. There is an answer to that. So there are debates, okay, that this is one thing. Then there is another, in Chandogya it is given, sa aikshata, okay, bahusyam prajayeya iti. He just saw and contemplated, let me become many. Tattejaha asrujata. And he created luster, fire. Then that tejaha aikshata and tattejaha apaha asrujata. Then apaha aikshanta and then the Prithvi and other things start. So that is another order. One is Taittiriya, one is the Chandogya, and the Mahabharata gives you Apaeva sasarjadav. Now a basic logical answer for all that, just to defend our poet Kalidasa, he hasn't made any mistake. Etasmadva Atmanaha Akasha Sambhutaha, that talks about the cosmic Srishti, how the Panchamahabhutas were created. So first was Akasha, then was Vayu, the subtlest one, then the subtler, then subtler, then subtler, subtle, and then the grossest, that is the earth. So that is the order cosmology, the entire universe. Tejaha asrijata and Tejaha aikshata, etc., Chandogya, that gives you one part of cosmology. But that is also a Mahabhautika. This is a Bhautika. Whereas, if you see, you come to the third charana, Yamahu Sarva Bija Prakritiriti, then you understand this talks about this Parthiva Srishti. And whenever we are talking about Parthiva Srishti, it is water which is the most essential ingredient for life principle. And therefore, you must have seen now when our spacecraft, spaceships, etc., go to moon and go to Mars and all, what do they search there first? Water, right? If there is water, then Jiva Srushti Bhavitum Arhati. Isn't it so? And therefore, for Jiva Srushti, for the beings to exist, what is most essential is water. And in that sense, we can defend Kalidasa by saying, Ya Srushtihi Srashturadya refers to Apaha. Okay? And therefore, we take the help of Smriti, Mahabharata, Apaeva Sasarjado, and Manusmriti also talks about this. Okay? So, that is the first creation, the first Tanu. It's not in the order which is given, okay? So, this is one of the 8 forms of Shiva. The second is Agni Tattva. And how it is mentioned here? Vahati Vidhihutam Yacha Havihi. The second body, and all this is Ya Srushtihi, Hotri, Ye Dve, Yamahuhu. Why feminine? Because Tanu is feminine. If he had used Shariram, then it would have been neuter gender. But because he has used Tanubhihi, Ashtabhihi, Pratyakshabhihi, Avatu, and therefore everything comes in the feminine gender. So, Ya Tanuhu Vidhihutam Havihi Vahati. It is not just which carries the oblation, Vidhihutam, Vidhina Hutam Dattam, Vaidika Mantraihi Sahitam, Vidhana. There is a Vidhana for Havirdana, and which has been offered, the oblations are given into the fire with the Vedic mantras, Vidhihutam. And therefore, this refers to the Agni Tattva, oblation is offered into that. And in the context of the story, this may refer to, or this suggests to the Gandharva Vivaha of Dushyanta and Shakuntala. Because there is no Agni Parikrama there. Gandharva Vivaha is mutual consent. But then there is a promise of giving and taking on both sides, right? Something is given and something is carried forward. As we offer something in fire and fire carries it to the gods, that's why it's called Havyavahana. Is it not so? So there is Vahati Vidhihutam. So there is a Vidhi, and Gandharva Vivaha is one of the 8 accepted forms of marriage, especially for the Kshatriyas, right? So this is Vidhihutam Havihi, right? And therefore this refers to the Agni Tattva. Hotri, Hota is Yajamana. Hotri, feminine form is used because Tanu is feminine. Now the Hota here, the Yajamana, who is offering his daughter, So it is Kanava, the sacrificer. Of course, without his knowledge, the Gandharva Vivaha has taken place, but it is he who comes back. And when he realizes, he accepts that, agrees to that, and not only agrees, he praises Dushyanta and prepares to send Shakuntala to him. So this is the consent of the Yajamana for the Havi which is to be given. And therefore it is feminine gender goes with Srishtihi or goes with Tanuh. Ye dve kalam vidhattaha. Ye dve kalam vidhattaha. These are the Surya and Chandra. Or it could be, it is not the Surya and Chandra as the timekeepers, because sometimes it is said it is only Surya who creates the Ahoratra. There is no role for Chandra, because Chandra is dependent upon Surya. It may, in that sense, in that case, it may refer to 2 calendars, the solar and the lunar, which are followed in India, right? And here in Kerala, what is that? Lunisolar. Lunisolar, it's a mixture. So, lunisolar calendar. So, solar and lunar calendar. Malayali people, they have their own, don't laugh, it is true. So, Malayali people have their own, distinguishing thing to follow. So, Yedve, now they are the timekeepers, or these 2 are 2 calendars, 2 types of calendars. That means the solar and the lunar calendar are known to us for times immemorial, right? And here in the, as far as Shakuntalam is concerned, these two could be the Anasuya and Priyamvada. They in a way keep the time of the curse and the cessation of curse. They know when the curse is going to end. The moment Abhijnana is shown, the curse is going to end. So they know about the curse and they know about the cessation of the time of the curse, kalam vidhattaha. So somehow we can link it to that. This is what all the editors have done. We just have to follow them. Okay, and we have to just tally. Yeah, this is two. Yeah, these are the two here. So it goes very well. Then Shruti Vishaya Guna, ya sthita vyapya vishvam. Shruti Vishaya Guna. This is Akasha Tattva, Shruti Vishaya Guna. Shabda Gunam by Akasham, right? Akasha Tattva is stated to be Shabda Guna. According to the Tarka Sangraha, the Nyaya philosophy, all these are equipped with 5 gunas and therefore Akasha has Shabda as its guna. So Shruti also means that which is heard. Now in the case of Shakuntala, it is the beauty of Shakuntala, it is the Shakuntala Yaha Yashaha, which has gone far and wide. She is so beautiful and she is so shy, coy, typical Indian woman, Indian lady. So Shakuntala Yasha, Shakuntala's fame and her beauty, it is widely discussed throughout the drama. Ya mahuhu bija prakritiriti, sarva bija prakritiriti, or there is a pathabheda bhuta prakritiriti. Sarva bija prakritiriti or sarva bhuta prakritiriti. And here our editor has chosen the patha sarva bija with a purpose. If it is bhuta prakriti, how can Prithvi, the grossest of all, become the prakriti, the yoni or the source of all the Mahabhutas? She is the evolute. Prithvi herself comes in the end. So Prithvi cannot become the source of other bhutas and therefore bija prakriti. That is the patha which is accepted by this Gajendra Gadkar. I am following Gajendra Gadkar. Of course, I have already told you about R.D. Karmarkar's edition and M.R. Kale's edition. M.R. Kale is a very student-friendly editor. So he gives you lots of notes and all. Somehow I prefer Gajendra Gadkar in Shakuntala. Otherwise, I prefer M.R. Kale. So sarva bija prakritiriti, so not bhuta prakriti, it is bija prakritiriti, and this is the motherhood of Shakuntala. In a way she is sarva bija prakriti because the son who she is giving birth to, is going to give birth to, is going to be a sovereign king on whom the entire country will be named after him, Bharatavarsha, because he is the Sarvadamana Bharata. And therefore, she as his mother is glorified, her motherhood gets glorified, she is equated with Mother Earth in this Sarva Bija Prakritiriti. Yaya Pranina Pranavantaha. So Pranina Pranavantaha, of course Prana, this is Aniti, Praniti, Shvasiti, Anena iti Vayu Tattva. So all the tattvas are there, right, in the this water principle, then fire principle, Ye Surya Chandra, it becomes the 2 forms, then Kanva is the Yajamana, Shruti Vishaya is Akasha, Bija Prakriti is earth, and now Vayu is remaining, Vayu Putra. Now Vayu Tattva. Now this Vayu Tattva, Pranavantaha, Yaya Pranina Pranavantaha, this the editors have referred to Sadaraputraha Dushyantaha Raja. When he comes back to his own Hastinapura, his capital, at the end of the 7th act with Shakuntala and with his son, then looking at him, everybody is happy. Because if you see the 6th act, is Dushyanta is filled with remorse and he has curtailed all the festivities, the Madana Mahotsava, etc. He has put a ban on that. So everybody is in a melancholic state. So all become vibrant as if, when Dushyanta returns with his wife and son. So Yaya Pranina Pranavantaha, and therefore that Isha again is that Dushyanta, he is the ruler, Vaha Avatu, let him protect you all. Okay. Now this is all the discussion about, this is the meaning of the verse. Now there are certain debatable points in this. The most debatable point in this is, how could Kalidasa say these 8 forms are pratyaksha? When you just take into account Surya Chandra, of course you can see, right? The other 5 tattvas, of them, the 3 are pratyaksha, Prithvi, Ap, Teja, and Vayu and Akasha are stated to be paroksha or anumeya. They are not pratyaksha, they are anumeya. If that is so, they are inferred, they are not seen, they are not felt. How could Kalidasa write pratyakshabhi tanubhi? So there is a debate. Now this debate shows the scholarship of Kalidasa. I mean, Kalidasa has nowhere argued. He had just put a word pratyakshabhi. It's up to us to defend him, right? It is we who are defending him, depending upon the other sources in the Indian philosophy. Now, there are so many schools of philosophical tenets, right? But see, again, this is such an interesting point that what is the time of Kalidasa then? Huh? Most of these sutras of the philosophical systems were present much before the Common Era, in the BCE period. That is the Sutra period, right? So all the sutras were there. But if you take help, now I have quoted some like Vedantins and Madhvacharya and Yatindra Matidipika. They all come, after say 8th century, 12th century, 13th century, 14th century. Kalidasa was not so late. Kalidasa was certainly before. Now this again has one more, like indirect clue. He has referred to Vikramorvashi as Nandi, Yamahu Eka Purusham, Vedantinaha. Right? Who are the Vedantins which he has in front of him? If Shankaracharya is put in the 8th century Common Era, 788 AD, as we are all, we are learning in our books, he is much later than Kalidasa. Then who is the Vedantin? So maybe that's why, this is like I'm working on the Shankaracharya project also. So this compels me to opt for the theory of the BC. Maybe Kalidasa had a structured Vedanta in front of him, and therefore he could talk about Pratyakshabhi, because we will see how in the Adhyasa Bhashya, Shankaracharya has stated Balaha Tala Malinatadi Adhyasyanti Akashe. In the Adhyasa Bhashya, which is the Utsutra Bhashya, before he even starts commenting upon the Athato Brahma Jidnyasa, he in an Upodghata, in an introduction, a prologue to the entire Tika, he writes Adhyasa Bhashya. And in the Adhyasa Bhashya, he has specifically given a comment, Balaha Akashe Tala Malinatadi Adhyasyanti. Balaha are not small children. Balaha are ignorant people. What do they superimpose on Akasha? Tala Malinata Ityadi. Malinata means Akash Kalakutta Zhalay. The sky is looking very dark today. Or Neelam Nabhaha. Akasha is Neela. So this is the color, Varnadhyasa we are doing. Or Tala, Akasha looks like, great Kataha. Badi Kadai hai, Kadai. Kept inverted like this. Right? Inverted kadai hai na, badi kadai hai. In fact, little bit diversion, but I don't know whether I'll be reading Harsha, this one, Naishadiya Charita with you. It's too big a poem. One shloka of Harsha in Naishadiya Charita, it's a diversion, but it is Rasasvada. We are here for Rasasvada, right? He has mentioned this Akasha as a big kadai. And you know how to make collyrium kajjala in home? Have you ever made kajjala at home? How do you make it? Do you know? Have you seen it? You light a lamp, with tilataila or coconut oil, tilataila also, or coconut oil, and then you put something, you put a stand on that, and you put a big, like inverted, like parat, or some, like tamhan, puja ka jo plate rehta hai wo, inverted, and the soot which is gathered there, the soot, kajali, soot which is gathered, you take that soot with the finger anointed with ghee, and that is how you make kajjala. Okay, that is the process, and that was to be made in every household in olden days. In my Naunihal, they used to make it like that, kajjala. Now, Harsha in his Naishadiya Charita says that this is Akasha is like a big kataha, okay? And Surya is the lamp which is, burning with all his Sahasranshu. Lot of soot gets gathered. That is the darkness of night. That soot, kajjala, is darkness of night, and then the kataha gets overfilled and it drops down. That is when the earth gets ratri. All that soot gathered there, it becomes overfilled and kajal asas khali santay, and that is the darkness. That is the ratri which we call. We don't know what is ratri. So, fantastic imagination, right? So, what I come to again is, air and ether or sky, they are stated to be paroksha or anumeya, sparsha gunanumeyaha vayuhu, and shabda gunanumeyaha akashaha. Okay, so they are not pratyaksha, they are paroksha or anumeya for the Naiyayikas, but the Navyanyaya, they say no, they are perceptible. We will see some adhar also for that. And they say, Prabham Pashyami itivat, as we can say, oh, I can see the light, here also I can see the light. Prabham Pashyami itivat, Vayum Sprushami. Oh, I can feel that Vayu. Vayum Sprishami iti pratyaya sambhavat, Vayoho api pratyakshatvam sambhavati eva. Eva iti avadharanarthe. Vayorapi pratyakshatvam sambhavati. This is the Navyanyaya school. Okay. Of course, the Navyanyaya school emerged in Mithila after 11th century. Kalidasa did not know it. But there might have been some such things, and therefore I feel, when I have quoted Shankara Bhashya, Adhyasa Bhashya, so Shankaracharya must have preceded Kalidasa. So it, the BC theory works good for him and not the CE theory. And later on, the other Vedantis, especially the Dvaitins, the Madhva Dvaita, Dvaita school, they call Akasha as Bhuta Akasha and Avyakrita Akasha. Bhuta Akasha is the elemental Akasha. I think it is much of a philosophical discussion. I could have avoided it, but then I am tempted to tell you a little bit, okay. So in the Anuvyakhyana is the Madhvacharya's commentary on Brahma Sutra. It is called Anubhashya or Anuvyakhyana. Anubhashya, again, Vallabha also calls his Vallabhacharya Bhashya is also called Anubhashya, and therefore I call it Anuvyakhyana. There he says, Bhutakashasya Divya Drishti Gocharatva Abhyupagamat Pratyakshatvam. Bhutakasha, elemental Akasha, is Pratyaksha. That is the Dvaita Siddhanta. And he quotes Paingi Shruti, Kauntaravya Shruti, so many unheard Shrutis, we haven't heard anywhere else, but in Madhva's commentary we hear. All such Shrutis. Akashat Nilima Udeti iti. Nilima, the blueness comes out of the Akasha. And Yatindramati Deepika, this is again a commentary on the Jayatirtha's commentary of Brahma Sutra's Madhvacharya's Bhashya. Tasmad Akasho Jayate. This is from the Taittiriya, Etasmadva Atmanaha Akasha Sambhutaha. So one which is Jayate has to be Pratyaksha. Alright? Pratyaksha. Jayate. Ajayamano Bahudha Vijayate. Right? So this is Akasho Jayate. Such a Pratyaksha Shabdamatra Gunakaha Avakasha Hetuhu Neelam Nabhaha Iti Pratitehe Rupavanscha. So there is Rupa. It is not only Teja which is Rupamat Tejaha, even Akasha is Rupavan because there is Nilima, the blueness. And Tasmad Vayuhu Sapi Jayate, such a Sparshana Pratyakshaha. We feel, the cold breeze or the warm breeze, we feel. And when we say Pratyaksha is what? It is not only which we see, which we feel, but with the Jnanendriyas, right? So, what is the definition of Pratyaksha? Vishayendriya Janya Sanyoga Jayate Tat Pratyaksham Jnanam. Vishaya Indriya Sanyoga. So, our Tvagindriya and some Vishaya, you just take a feather, peacock feather. You close your eyes, but you can feel that softness. You take a silk cloth, you can feel. So, that is also Pratyaksha. Tvagindriya Pratyaksha. Tvak Pratyaksha, not Chakshusha Pratyaksha, right? So Pratyaksha has to be widened and then Akash also becomes Pratyaksha. So Kalidasa is right when he says Pratyakshabhihi Tanubhi. So Yatindra Mati Deepika also says Etena Anumeya Vada Nirasaha. So Akasha and Vayu are not Anumeya, they are Pratyaksha. But this is done far later, after Kalidasa's period. Kalidasa, the latest period is 5th century CE during the Gupta period, the Chandragupta II, but the earliest theory is 1st century BC for Kalidasa. Like you see the time of Agnimitra, Pushyamitra, and Pushyamitra has been referred to Patanjali, then it goes back, right? So, all these debates come later, but then Kalidasa knew for certain that they could be Pratyaksha. Okay, so that is how we defend. And then Prapanna, I told you that I will talk about Prapatti. This is a typical Vaishnava philosophy, Bhakti cult in the medieval period. There are 3 meanings of Prapanna which are given by the commentators. One is Prapannaha is Upetaha or Yuktaha. So Tanubhihi Prapannaha. Ashtabhihi Pratyakshabhihi Tanubhihi Prapannaha Nama Yuktaha Ishaha Vahavatu. That is one meaning. Third meaning I take, Prapannaha is Praptaha or Anumitaha. Isha is Anumita, is inferred. By seeing what? By Pratyaksha. Normally, see, this has a base again of Tarka or Nyaya. Our logic is always, based on Pratyaksha. Pratyakshadhishtitam anumana pramanam. Unless we see in the kitchen, when the fire is burning, there is smoke comes out, right? And therefore, whenever we see smoke on the mountain, we infer of the fire. Yatra yatra dhumaha tatra tatra vandi, right? And therefore, from Pratyaksha, we do the anumana. So these 8 forms, on the basis of these, Anumitaha, Praptaha, Asti iti Jnataha saha Ishaha vaha avatu. Since these 8 forms are there, the one who holds these 8 forms must also be there. And let that Lord, let that Isha protect you all. That is the second meaning. And the third meaning which I like the most and which gives you the Shadvidha Sharanagati is Praptaha Nama Ashritaha. Ashritaha Nama Kim? Yushmabhihi Sevitaha Ityarthaha. The one who is taken resort to, one who is served by you all. Saha prapannaha. Sharanam prapadye, we call, Sharanam prapadye. So, Yushmabhihi sevitaha. Now, here in this, I bring in the Vaishnava philosophy. Of course, that Vaishnava philosophy evolved later, but the seeds are found even in the Upanishads. Okay. Now, the Shadvidha Sharanagati, which later on Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Nimbarakacharya, Vallabhacharya, all the four Bhakti Acharyas have propounded, is 6 types Sharanagati, Prapatti Sharanagati, and that is Anukulyascha Sankalpaha. Whatever is Anukula, which will please my Lord, I will do only that. Anukulyasya Sankalpaha. Pratikulasya Varjanam, I will not undertake any such activity which is pratikula to my dharma and which will displease my Lord. Pratikulasya Varjanam. Rakshishyati iti Vishwasaha. I give myself to him. He will protect me. If he wishes so, he will protect me. So I won't bother about my protection. He will take care of me. Rakshishyati iti Vishwasaha. Goptrutva Varanam tatha. I should be one of the chosen few. If I do that much bhakti, if I am devoted and dedicated unto the lotus feet of my Lord, he will take care of me. He will pick and choose me as his favorite. Priyatama evahi varaniyo bhavati. The Upanishads say. Priyatama evahi varaniyaha bhavati. Let me be in the good books of my Lord so that he will take care of me. And for that, what I have to do? Only devotion. Rakshishyati iti Vishwasa. तुझ्या चरणावर मी लोटून दिले तार नाही तर मार. You either uplift me or you let me go. Kaushitaki Upanishad says, Yameva urdhvam, something like that. One, according to our karma, if the Lord wishes to uplift us, he will uplift us. If our karmas don't allow, adho ninishati, he will push us down. It is not the principle of partiality or favoritism. It is based on our karmas, right? And therefore, Rakshishyati iti Vishwasaha, Goptrutva Varanam tatha 4, and then Atmanikshepa, surrender unto him. Don't take care of yourself. Asel माझा हरिता देईल खाटल्यावरी. Not to that extent, but then you dispose of all your activities, and like this is like the Marjara Bhakti. In the medieval Bhakti Sampradaya, you have Markata Bhakti, Marjara Bhakti, and Nakra Bhakti or Makara Bhakti. So this is Markata Bhakti and Marjara Bhakti are, like very, if you have seen a female monkey jumping from a branch to branch and a little one clinging to her stomach, to her belly, right? The female monkey, the mother monkey goes on jumping, least bothered about the child. The child has to hold, tightly, otherwise it will fall down. That is one type of bhakti. But the other bhakti is Marjara Bhakti, how the mother cat takes the kitten, 3-4 of them, in her mouth from one place, she brings them to the other place. The child is at the disposal of the mother. Child doesn't do anything. Child doesn't hold the mother. It is the mother holding the child. So, Marjara Bhakti is the greatest of the bhakti. I throw myself at your feet. You hold me like a cat holds the kitten. Not too tight as to harm me. Not too loose as to fall me. No? I'll fall down. Not like that. So, Shadvidha, this is Atmanikshepa. Throw yourself. And Karpanya. Atmanikshepa Karpanye Shadvidha Sharanagatihi. Karpanya, the dainya with yourself. Know that, oh, I am Gauri Mahulikar, and I have come to you. Who are you? You have to be, one of the drop of the biggest ocean. One drop of water. One grain of the sand on the banks of the ocean, right? So you are insignificant. That insignificance, I'm so insignificant, that feeling, with that if you go, to his resort, he will take every care of you. So आनुकूल्यस्य संकल्पः प्रतिकूलस्य वर्जनं रक्षिष्यति इति विश्वासः गोप्तृत्ववरणं तथा आत्मनिक्षेप कार्पण्ये षड्विधा शरणागतिः. And prapannaha is that sense. So prapannaha ishaha, if you go unto him, he will remove all your negativities and protect you. Okay. And now here one more thing is, it is stated that ya sthita vyapya vishwam. So this tanu is sthita, is still there, pervading the entire universe. It still is there, sthita. So what is that? That again you can take back to the Rigveda Purusha Sukta, Sabhumim Vishvato Vritva Atyatishthad Dashangulam. He has pervaded the entire universe and still he is over and above Dahangulavar Yasthita Vyapya Vishwam. So that shows how, how great that Shiva is. It is not that he is kan mein bhara hai, but he is over and above that. Right? So Vyapya Sthitam Rodasi, even in the Vikramourvashiyam it is said like that. So he stands over and above all the creation, and therefore he can be imperceptible in his purest form. What we see is 8 perceptible forms of him. That also may be some portion of him, and let that portion, those 8 forms, protect you all. Okay. So I think this is the first verse, the Nandi verse, and I took almost an hour to complete it. So there were so many other things, but then you can refer to the commentary later on. This is so very profound, and I tell you this, he is not just a poet. He is not just a creative writer. He is a Vedantin par excellence. He is a Vedantin, Kalidasa. And Shakuntala being is the most, what you can say, appreciated, most revered composition, immortal composition, he has excelled in. It is like the Parinata Pradnyasya Kalidasasya Shemushyaha Pradnyayaha Avishkaraha Asmin Natyavastuni. So this is very profound drama. I don't think I will be able to devote as much time as I spent on Nandi for every verse. There are hundreds of verses here. But this will set a trend, I feel. So when you are doing Svadhyaya, please see this from all the sides, every word and the philosophy behind that, and what are the Vyanjana, what is the suggested meaning, and then only we can really relish and really appreciate his kritis. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.